What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. One Piece 465. Getting a little bit of ahead here, so same thing kind of as last week. You guys haven't seen 464 by the time that I've recorded it, so I haven't got to see your comments, but been mulling it over if I still think it's such just a waste of resources for Whitebeard not to, even if that wasn't the plan. And there's no way that Whitebeard thinks that him just showing up here, everything is going to go according to plan, or that he just automatically wins. Like, I need us to strategize on the fly. Even if he looks over to Oars Jr. is like, don't go in there and die like that. I need more than that. Now, again, Whitebeard could have something up his sleeve that I don't know about, that, you know, losing Oars isn't that significant. I personally think it is, because the more I kind of think about it, I think it's too much. I think it's too much. I think the Marines have too much right now, and Whitebeard doesn't have enough. I just think what they have at the top, Whitebeard doesn't have enough at the top. And I would say probably like the Warlords is that cutoff. Anything from like Warlord up. Now I would put the Warlords above the Vice Admirals, but I would say there's some Vice Admirals that you can put in that like cutoff line. So we say Warlords is here, we say Vice Admirals, Giants, and all the fodder Marines like Kobe and the other just like random white shirts are below. I'd say Warlords and up are your Warlords. Your random one-off Vice Admirals, I mean not Vice Admirals, but Admirals of like Garp and some of the others that could be just as good as Vice Admirals. Okay, we make exceptions to put them above that line. So you got Warlord, Special Exception Admirals, Vice Admirals, and then whatever else that we might not know. I just don't know if Whitebeard has enough that counts from that line up. And I feel like Oars was and just gone. I don't know. I mean, could you imagine like Whitebeard gets taken out or captured or killed? Ace still gets taken out or killed. And what is it all? I'm trying to think of like, what does it mean? Like, what would each outcome mean for like the One Piece world going forward? If Whitebeard is captured or killed, if he's captured or killed, Ace is also remains captured or killed. So that's all in the same bucket. So let's say that Whitebeard's killed. I would say, I mean, there's no reason to have it. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the Ace storyline opens up a little bit with the Gold Roger heritage line, bloodline. Is that something the story is going to play into going forward? So that's a way for Ace to stay alive? Or this is like really it? There's no long lost children, related cousins, brothers, sisters, twice removed kids. Like Ace is literally like the last remaining bloodline connected to. I have a feeling there's just too much that they could do with that. So like if Ace is killed, I feel like there has to be at least one other soul in this world that is blood related to Roger. I just think, you know. And if he's left alive, then I say there isn't. That's kind of what I think with that. But for the stories going forward, if Whitebeard's killed or captured and Ace remains captured or killed, I just think if I'm the Marines, I feel like, yes, you're stomping out Whitebeard. Like, we got to take out Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world, strongest pirate in the world, whatever you want to like label that to. But I feel like I wonder if they think it's going to have the effect of like scaring off other pirates from like uprising. It'll kind of stomp out this kind of like pirate, this new wave of like young and upcoming. If anything, I feel like that just makes the pirates more ravenous, because it's like, holy shit, King Pirate is dead. I now can be King Pirate. And you're just going to see this crazy like uproar wave of like, holy shit, we thought maybe this would like scare off pirates from ever like really trying anything of substance. Now we've just kind of opened the same thing would happen like when we were inside Impel Down and everyone was getting all ravenous like, oh shit, if Whitebeard goes down, there's a vacant seat open. I want that seat. You saw everybody freaking out. I feel like that's going to be the effect if he's killed. And then if he stays alive and rescues Ace, I mean, the Marines take such a hit that I wonder if what their plan would be going forward if they were to lose here. If Ace is grabbed and they get out, I feel like it's just like I don't think it changes anything other than it showing the Marines' weakness. That you had him in captivity. They rolled up to your front door, kicked the door down, kicked their feet up on your couch, and took him. And it's being broadcasted, so it's not something that they can kind of like rewrite the histories to make it seem like they were the good guys or something crazy happened. Like, oh, it wasn't really taken. Like we have Ace captured, like, but he's not really captured, but no one to prove it. This shit's being broadcasted. So I don't know. There's a whole lot going with that. All to say that I feel like there should have been some on-the-spot effort to somehow give Oars support there. I know the argument could be like, Oars is too deep in there, no one can support him, he was just marching in to die, there's nothing Whitebeard could do, nobody could really give him support. I won't know unless I try. You don't tell me there's any worthy devil's fruit or any kind of quake Whitebeard can't send or anything that we can't give him support. I don't know, I feel like it was a very, not the best way to lose a powerful resource, a powerful chess piece in my opinion, but we'll see what it goes. We'll see what it goes. Drag this over here and go. Here we go. What is this Moria flipping Shikamaru shadow piercing stitch move? We've never seen that. Well, he didn't bust out any of that when we were going against in Thriller Bark. That's a pretty deadly little move you got going there. And I feel like they're dragging this too for like emotion purposes, because what Doflamingo did and what Kuma did, and he's right there like not able to move, they would have cut his head off and cut his arm off so fast. I wonder if they make physical contact or someone cuts off his hand before it gets there. Well, and I'm very curious if Mr. Goku, Fleet Admiral himself over here, has any ability worth a damn. Like, is he that guy, or does he just kind of like give orders? Like, I mean, he might have a baseline of strength, but like, does he have like the strength? I don't know. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. Did he just fall, or did somebody come in to like put him down? I think he just didn't make it. And you're telling me that built up rage and sadness and emotion in Ace's face, and you can't break those fucking handcuffs? Golly. I need to see the ingredient list on those things. I need to see the manufacturing number on what the hell those are. It's insane to me. So like, you're telling me if you slapped a pair of cuffs on like Prime Gold Roger, he like can't get out. I slap a pair of cuffs on Whitebeard in his prime, he just can't move. Prime Whitebeard's just like shackled like a little kid, like there's nothing I can do. Luffy 1,000 episodes from now, or whatever number y'all at, I'm sure he's like king of the pirates or close to being, or has defeated and done anything there is. Who knows if he's on like gear 2, 3 still, or if he's on gear like 67, I don't know. They're telling me that guy, Luffy 1,000 episodes from now, if I put a pair of cuffs on him, he's Usopp, like he's like just, man. Well, Whitebeard, now what? Okay, that's just a mistake. That's just a mistake. That's a giant too, by the way, thinking he's that guy. Quake his head off. Oh, fuck. Yo, the effect that they just gave that was insane. Like, he should be dead. Is he dead? I don't remember. What was his name? Vice Admiral something with an L? We'll see if we ever see him again in the story. Bro somehow, like, compacted that quick. Did he say Vice Admiral? Now we have this rage. I want to go back and watch that little 2-second effect there. That was kind of crazy with the sound effect. Shit. But how are we supposed to get past essentially what we just saw Kuma do or Doflamingo? Like, what's the play? I need Jinbei and Whitebeard and Crocodile to get their asses up here, man. Well, they're right there. That's not going to work. I feel like Doflamingo is going to be a villain that we have to go against. They're not going to do anything to make him look weak in this skirmish. I don't know how his ability works. I don't know if he has to make physical contact, if there's a thing to the puppeting. Okay. There was... Again, I don't know. Did he make physical contact prior to that? I'm gonna assume there's no like rules or restrictions on it that he has to do beforehand. If he just picks a target, he can puppet it or what? I don't know. I'm sure there's gonna be an arc. That'll explain all that. That's why I need like the My Hero Academia when someone busts out a quirk and we don't know what it is, and then they give us like Doflamingo, quirk name, blank, and then explain. I need one of those. It'd be crazy if Or's got a second wind and like flexed and bust out of there. He's right there too. What is the play here? Because we're just sending grunts out to fodder. Wow, Kobe really ran like that. Which is smart, but I didn't think he'd run away saying he was scared and a loser. Yeah. Why is he even here? Shouldn't his admiral ass be on the front lines? How are you even back here seeing that people are running away? Well, thinks everything can just be chalked up to justice, no matter how, like, non-morally correct it is, so... You can call me a speck of dirt, but I'm alive. I don't think he's a Logie. I think he's more Magellan, where he just kind of like covers himself in. Okay, and he's over here killing. Oh, okay, so he was... Okay. I was like, why are you back here? So he's setting up a strategy. He did just kill his own subordinate, by the way. In front of other subordinates. See, they've got a plan. I don't know if Whitebeard has a plan other than we just brute force this Garp. I wonder if Garp does anything in this. Like against Whitebeard or for Whitebeard or anything. I've been talking about Garp and Ace for like 50, 100 plus episodes right now. I mean, these are just a bunch of no-names. Pretty sure we saw the same guy run past my screen 6 times right there. It's the same character design, same person. We know they're not going to be the ones who do anything crazy. Anything? Not really. Okay, here we go. I was about to say, y'all had some pirates on you. Are they worth a damn or what? Ice Cutter. Ice Witch. Okay, I do really like her character design. Show me something. Come on, girl. Because it was a cool cut shot when they showed all those like pirates coming to support him. But we haven't seen them like really do anything. Yeah. They don't know. None of y'all know what Doflamingo's ability is? Warlord running of the seas? Y'all have got to have heard of him and know what his ability is, I'm sure. Cutting down his own division. I'm very curious. Can he control more than one person at a time? Naturally. Whoever wins this can make the history whatever they want to be. Same thing like I said, they're like, this is being recorded, this is being broadcasted. If they were to lose, they can't just like make an excuse like, oh, we still have Ace in captivity, but like not ever let the word get out. Like, we see it. I don't know what to make of Doflamingo's character yet. I have a feeling there's gonna, because we've had like a moment to kind of, we've had a moment with each of the warlords. We had our Crocodile, we had our Moria. We've even had instances of Kuma a little bit and kind of seeing like he's let us live and let us get away and come to let us escape. We've gotten backstory on Boa, you know. We still have yet to really, him and Mihawk are the two that we really don't have much backstory or haven't got little to screen time with. Does she have a laundry fruit? What the hell was that? Everyone's snails are going off. Guys, they're all Bluetooth syncing. I just refuse to believe that Whitebeard's plan was straight brute. Like, we're just gonna spear forward and get through. Garp's really going through it right now. I don't know. I don't know what I'd want him to do. I feel like if he wanted to have opportunities to free Ace, he could have done it before it got here in front of everybody. And to do it now just seems like forfeiting his life. Because he would never make it out of that. They would just cut him down. Say Fleet Admiral Goku is worth a damn. Say he's even stronger than Garp. Garp wouldn't make it 2 feet. He'd just kill him. You took him as a baby, and now what? Does he want to be the one to kill him? The one to free him? The one to what? See, this is what I was asking of Garp 60-something episodes ago. Of like the connection to Ace. What does he feel inside? How does that make him feel? Is he going to try to do his duty, or is it more about justice and what's morality right? I was asking for this, and they gave us not shit. Now we're getting inside of his head a little bit here. I don't know what the play is right now, though. I have no idea what he's about to do. I don't know if I'm about to see Garp die right now or what. Pirates has no room for pity as his grandson and one of his other non-blood grandson are pirates. Does he just want to... Yeah, does he just want to spend time with Ace before it's all over, or what? Because, like, it's hard. It's like... Look at these two. I think he just doesn't want to see his grandkids turn into pirates and be hunted and be executed in front of his face. It comes off much better in this though than it did the live action. I didn't like Garp in live action at all. Yeah, I think he's just... I guess he would never go against the Marines. Like, he would never purposely free him. And he wouldn't have it in him to kill him either. So I think the best he can do is just... be there. Just be there for him. Spend some time. Even if it's only a couple more minutes until he's executed, you know. I think that's what Garp's going for. Well. So Luffy always wanted this pirate thing. I thought maybe his pirate fetishes, whatever we want that word to be, his desire to be a pirate was maybe be sparked by Shanks, you know. But that's pre-Shanks, because that has to be pre-Shanks, because if it's not, then Shanks would have met Ace at some point. And to my story, he didn't meet Kid Ace. Finally, they're giving us some Garp character development here. I've been asking for this. Like, what does he think about this whole situation? I've been thinking about this for hundreds of episodes. Ben said this. Like, Garp has got to feel something for this situation. And they gave us that little moment inside Impel Down where Garp showed up and had like the most basic conversation and then just wasn't there. And what's wild with him saying become Navy soldiers, he knows that Garp's not dumb. He knows that like the Navy aren't good and they are pieces of shit too, and they do backstabbing things and morally wrong things. But you know what the Navy isn't though? They don't get hunted down. They don't get publicly executed. Yo, someone kill Goku for me real quick. I was about to say, if he wanted to free him, he would have already freed Ace a long time ago. He'd have freed Ace a long time ago before it got to this. But even though the Marines are no better than pirates, we still don't know who let it. What the fuck is that? We still don't even know who let us in, by the way. Who let Jinbei and us in? What the fuck is this Skypiea shit? Enru? No, but imagine. You see this fucking lightning bolt come down? Oh fuck, how did they get up there? The fucking 5x zoom in on Ace right there. Did the hurricane throw us up? Oh, did they use Ivanko's wink paired with the wave that threw? How the hell did we get up there? I still think Luffy does not have enough to help this situation. I don't think he has enough for this situation. And I was thinking about it last night when I was getting ready for bed. Man, I would have loved a Whitebeard Luffy arc. I'm going to talk about it after this episode. Where did Buggy get his gear from? Like his exact gear too, by the way. Just happened to be on that ship. Doflamingo is the only person that hasn't run into Ace. I mean, that hasn't run into Luffy, no? Oh god, if Luffy was stronger, I'd say this might make a huge difference, but I just don't see how it does. I don't see how it does. As they come raining from the sky and shit. Might be the best shot. I was gonna say that's the best shot of the whole episode. This one here coming up. It's pretty great, but him kind of like quelling, yes, wow, we stopped it right on the exact screen. I don't know what he actually did here, like how, I don't know how the quake works. Is it like a Shigaraki thing where like whatever it touches, it just keeps going? Like he was able to just somehow like compress it and quake that guy's head, and it didn't like quake through him into the ship, into the ice that they're currently on. What the specifics are on that, I have absolutely no idea. I probably won't get answers for that until this arc finishes, and I can maybe go look at what the details on Whitebeard's ability and kind of like what the level, because I've been asking that for a while, of like where does it end power wise, because we've seen Luffy kind of like do extra things with his rubber ability, right, of like implementing gear 2, gear 3, but that stuff still within the means of his own body and what he's able to physically do. I don't know if if Whitebeard could just like walk up to, let's say where Boa's from, that island, and just touch it and literally earthquake the entire thing. Just donezo. Can it not go back that big of a scale, or could it go even bigger? Could he go up to Alabasta, where Vivi is, and just touch the ground and quake the entire place? I have absolutely no idea the specifics on that. And finally, they give us some Garp stuff. I've been asking for this, I don't know, since Thriller Bark ended, and whenever we got word of Ace being captured and ready for execution, I've been asking, okay, Garp. This was even before that I didn't know that Garp and him weren't blood related. But there had to be some kind of relationship there, you would think. Well, I guess finding out they're not blood related, there really didn't have to be any relation. Regardless, I was like, what does he feel about it? You know, because he talks about, you know, you saw it in the live action of like how he really didn't want Luffy becoming a pirate, which I'm assuming he instilled the same into Ace, and like he hates that they did and would rather they've been this. But I feel like Garp is hip enough to it. Like he's been around long enough. He's got enough clearance for any and all information. He probably could be the fleet admiral if he wanted to. Like as the years went on, he probably could have, especially after bringing Gold Roger to justice. He probably could have, but just chooses not to. So it's not like he's dumb to the situation. He probably knows the Marines aren't morally the best. He probably knows that they do shady shit. He probably decides what's justice to uphold and not. If he's just got to go capture somebody because they've actually done crimes, he has no problem doing that. You know, he'll do it. They are villains, they are criminals, and he has no problem bringing them to justice. But I don't think that he's on the Shizaki, whatever the other admiral's name is. I don't think he's that dirty to where like he'll just kill people just because, well, it's probably the right thing to do. We don't want them getting out. He'll just like ruthlessly kill them because in the name of the like Garp isn't not that, and I feel like he knows what's up. But he knows they're not good. But like I said, the difference between the two is like, yeah, the Marines aren't good, and yeah, they probably do a bit of good. But the thing is, like, you're not going to get captured and executed and hunted down and have your wanted poster everywhere for being a Marine. And I feel like he would have preferred that for us, because he knows not all Marines are good, and he knows not all pirates are bad. But he knows that usually the outcome life for the pirates are, you know, how that typically goes. Sounds exciting and shit, but the consequences that come with it, he would have preferred them both to be in the Marines. So with all that aside, I think that's why he would have preferred that. But then what does he think of the situation? Is he just gonna, because like I was saying when we saw him visiting Ace and Impel Down, like, is he just gonna let his grandson get captured and murdered? Does he not do anything? Does he decide to betray the Marines right now and let us out and really just be a rogue admiral or vice admiral? Like, does he go against it? Or he's so locked into duty and justice that he doesn't care if it's Luffy or Ace that's going to get executed. He won't go against it. We finally see it here, 100 episodes later. of he doesn't want to see his quote-unquote grandson, non-blood related or not, get executed, murdered in front of his face. He doesn't want to be there for it. He doesn't want to be a part of that. But he also knows the position that he's in. And I mean, he would just have to make that hard line decision. The same way, you know, Goku was like, "Oh, we'll put you down if we have to." He's like, clearly I would have done that earlier when I had it. And agree, there were so many opportunities where he could have done that, not surrounded by all the other admirals and fleet admirals and warlords and gunships that will probably take him out in a blink. There are a lot more discreet ways that he could have gotten away with it. And he just didn't. So at the end of it all, he did choose. He chose a side. He chose the Marines over his family. And that's the decision he made. It sucks. It looks like he wishes he could, but there was a line to pick, and he chose a side. And that's kind of where it is. It's the same thing with like Jinbei. Jinbei chose a side. And you see the consequences that he dealt with. Well, he's circled back and is here. But like two people that are highly up in the Marines, okay? High statuses. Jinbei chose a side and got locked up and everything for it, but he did choose a side. And same thing with Garp. Garp chose a side. I think it would have been cool to see Garp go rogue and kind of see that play on. Because imagine like remove Oars, right? And put kind of like Garp in that place where he's just kind of like going crazy, trying to do everything he can to get Ace free. And we see Garp slowly getting like chipped away, cut down, you know, dismembered, to be like, dang, that would have hit. It's hard to, you know, connect with Oars, who was on screen for one episode. On screen and killed within one episode, you know. But yeah, I like to see that emotion out of him. It was good to see because I've been looking for that. Like, what do you... And he knows that he could release him, but it also means his life and like how far they would make it. This just wouldn't be the time and place to do it. And I think, like he said, the best thing he can do in this situation is to just be there for Ace. Like, as someone to just be, so he's just not just up there by himself and then gets executed, and that was his last moments. He just wants to spend those Ace's final moments together, so that's what he's choosing to do. We still don't know how Luffy, Jinbei, the rest got through the door. I think we got clarification on who opened that for us. And I'm assuming they're going to show us how we got from all the way up here to not just here, to like up here and back down. I'm assuming, it looked like it was something to do with Ivanko's death wink. I don't know if they rode a wave on top of the death wink that flew the ship at the same time. I have absolutely no idea. I'm sure they'll show us. But Luffy is here. Luffy is on the screen, on the scene. We definitely do need the help. We need the Jinbei. We need the Crocodile. But the thing is, like, Crocodile might be a little bit rogue here. I don't know if he'll like go try to stab Whitebeard in the back, or is he going to be here to help free? I don't know what he's really looking to do. But I do know is that everybody outside of Crocodile will at least be on like the Whitebeard side. So what that will do, we'll see. We'll kind of see what they're planning. He said they said they're just going to kill Ace. I'm pretty sure that's what Kobe said. Instead of waiting for like ceremoniously, like they're just going to, which I said like, they could stump all this out right now while Whitebeard's out there and they're all trying to get up there and get through. They could literally just bring a cleaver up there and cut Ace's head off right there and get it over with. Now, though, I feel that at any given time, Ace could be killed. Because I've been saying this for 100+ episodes. Whatever Ace's fate is, it will not happen unless Luffy is present. So now Luffy is present. So at any moment, if Goku pulls out a cleaver and takes his head off, it could happen because Luffy is here. But I was thinking about this. Could you imagine, like, we just get rid of Impel Down, right? Get rid of that whole arc, right? And replace it with Luffy seeking out Whitebeard. Because that's the only connection. That's the only person he knows that has connection to Ace. Might know how to get to Ace. Might have the same thought process of him, of wanting to release Ace. Or what can you tell me about Ace? Where can I find Ace? Who captured him? Yada, yada. Whatever that's their connection. Ace is the Whitebeard and Luffy connection, right? And instead of like linking up with Boa and like doing all this craziness and the getting to Impel Down and accomplishing absolutely nothing, and then still having to go get Ace, he links up with Whitebeard because they have a commonality of wanting to free Ace, right? Whitebeard takes a liking to him because that's Ace's brother, and you can kind of see the relationship building there. And in that time of linking up with Whitebeard and to go get Ace at the same time, and then you can give us an introduction to Oars and the backstory and some of the other pirates and the crewmates of Whitebeard, so we start building up connections to them when they get taken off. It might mean something. And in that same time of him linking up with Whitebeard through Ace, he gets a crash course breakdown training arc on hockey at the same time. My God, that would have been just the perfect arc to lead up to this. Because Impel Down minus Magellan is, by God, it's not good. It is not great. Magellan carries that arc. But could you imagine just like wiping that arc completely off the screen and replacing it with like a Whitebeard Luffy seeking to go rescue Ace, and at the same time Whitebeard starts giving Luffy a crash course on hockey and his Conqueror's hockey and how to use... Man, that would be absolutely insane. But this is what we got, so we'll take it. Appreciate it, everybody. Like your favorite, subscribe, and as always,